Hello and welcome to the Halby Homestead. I thought that I would make a quick video of the garden situation, which is not that great. I'm going to be honest with you, I am losing the war against weeds. But you know, so it doesn't look that good, but I have some stuff that I got to pick that's ready, and I'm going to show you how I kind of deal with my tomatoes, how I grow my tomatoes. Is a little bit unconventional, but you know, I'm going to show you a little hot trick for that. So you know, come along with me. It's going to be a bit of a walk and talk, garden and talk vlog situation. And yeah, so hopefully it's not too boring. So here we go. First of all, through all this weed mess is probably a lot of cucumbers. So I'm going to dig through here and make sure I'm not missing any. Seems like you wait all this time for cucumbers and all of a sudden 5,000 of them show up at once. Ta-da! I'm finding way more cucumbers than what I was expecting. That's a good sized one too. That was all I found so far. There's some little cucumbers in there that are growing. Yeah, okay. Nice strawberry bed. The heat kind of wrecked the strawberries, so I will show you what it looks like. It doesn't look that great. All the fruit is kind of, well, I'll show you, like, because the heat is just like not good looking stuff. So I've just been avoiding that. I do know that I have some peppers to pick, so I'm gonna get on that. These are banana peppers, in case you didn't know. They are sweet. This is the sweet variety. There's a spicy variety. And then, I don't know what these are, but I had some last week and they're super spicy. So, but I like them though. That's weird. Not that many peppers ready yet. Oh well. I'm gonna show you my little tomato plant trick. It's not conventional, but I'm not, so. So we use, this is, I think, Dave calls this horse fencing. I don't know what it's officially called, but it's a fence. And it's on T-posts, so we have like a wall, and then the tomatoes grow up it. But in order to hold the tomatoes in place, from the dollar store, or if you have a giant tiger, you can buy these clips, and you can buy a giant package of clips for like $1.50. And yeah, they're cheap and they're plastic and whatever, but they work really well for holding up the plants to the fence. And you know, if they break over winter, you forgot to bring them in, whatever, they were $1.50. But also, let me note that I've had these on the fence there for 2 years now, including winter. So here's the difference. So one's faded. This is the one that's been out for 2 years. So yeah, some of them break, but look at that. This still works. So, you know, I don't know. It's worth it in my opinion. It works for me. I mean, people like to grow their tomatoes differently, you know. Anyways, so I am going to pin up some plants. I had one left. I had just enough. I'm going to clip that here in case I need it in the future. That's how I tie up tomatoes. It is also extremely hot out. Whew. So, I want to show you my blueberries. Despite how hot it's been. Now, I would say the blueberries are a bit small. But they're still tasty. So yeah, not that many blueberries, but I think it's because it's been so hot. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. I don't know much about blueberries. So, this is my first broccoli. It looks really neat, actually. And then my celery looks like it's gonna be ready. Give it a few more days, but it should be ready pretty soon. Haven't done any cauliflower yet. And it doesn't seem to be doing anything, so I don't know. I never have any luck with cauliflower. Whew. Okay. Now that chore is done, I gotta go change the water in the pan. So let's go do that. So we moved the sheep back to the barn because we didn't want them getting used to sleeping in the brooder house. And they seem to like that. So we're just gonna stick with that. So we have, I'll spin you around and show you. So we have the sheep on one side and then the goats on the other. We switched out the gates. But it seems to be working out, so the sheep are loving it here. They're loving being out in the grass and munching away in the pasture all day. The goats are still a little shy. Gemma will come up for pets, but Gary is not sure about anything. So, and Gemma's been following the sheep around, and then Gary follows her. So, I don't know. They're okay. Like I said, I'm not a goat person, but I don't find these goats very goaty. So that make sense? Kind of want to show you up close how we kind of rearranged the barn so that you know, the sheep could be in there, because originally, if you saw my last video, I said we thought that the goats and the sheep could stay together in one area, and maybe they will one day, but they're not really at that point right now. So anyways, right now they take turns. Sometimes the sheep are on that side, sometimes the goats are on that side. So we took out the big gate that we had, and we put our two small leftover gates that we had from last year on. So each the goats and the sheep have their own little area just for at night, because it keeps them safer. Because so we were leaving the sheep out like all night and stuff, and a bunch of coyotes came in. And to my surprise, the sheep, instead of like hunkering down or staying in the barn, they were like running all over the place and splitting up and running to the back field, and like, you know, and the dogs are having a hard time keeping track of them. You know, it was a really dangerous situation for them. So anyways, we decided that at night the sheep and goats get locked in the barn, no ifs, ands, or buts. And this middle part of the barn we're going to turn into our hay storage, but that's a project for another day when it's not so goddamn hot. It is so hot out, I just feel so gross. Anyways, Bailey is getting much better about the goats. He's not chasing them so aggressively. Not aggressively, that's the wrong word. Excitedly. He's not chasing them so excitedly. And Poppy, she loves the sheep, and she follows them around. And then I'll show you a cute little video right here. But every evening, Poppy and the sheep have a little game with each other, and sometimes it's Poppy that starts it, and sometimes it's the sheep that start it. It's a very non-aggressive game. It's a very playful game. And Poppy has really good boundaries on, you know, not being too rough and not being, you know, too kind of in their face, which is really good. So the sheep love it. So like sometimes, like when she thinks that the game is getting to be too much, she will like start walking away from them, and the sheep will follow her and start something again, and then she'll turn around and start playing with them. But it's the same time every evening. I don't know why. We call it like Poppy's goofy hour. But it's really adorable. Like Poppy and the sheep are best friends, and I'm really glad for that. Because Poppy did have experience with goats, and I thought she would like the goats more. But she likes the sheep more, which is fine. And Bailey's kind of interested in the goats. But not really at the same time. But I mean, he always acts like he's not interested in stuff when he mostly is. So yeah, we're getting there. It's been a good week with both new animals, and you know, it's been a learning experience. And as I said, the goats haven't figured out how to enjoy the pasture. They've gone out there, but they don't really know what to do out there. The sheep spend most of their day munching away at the grass out there. So I'm happy for the sheep. So this is Poppy's favorite hangout hole. It's our old chicken coop. And so another thing is that Bailey will sleep all night and leave Poppy to do the night shift. And then Poppy ends up wanting to see what the sheep are up to during the day, so then she stays awake all day, so she's exhausted. But right now the sheep are resting, so she's grabbing a quick nap. She just wants to be like full-time night and day with the sheep, and Bailey could care less. I mean, he just sleeps there all night and doesn't really get up for anything. Although I will say he did get up for the coyotes the other night. But generally he just sleeps and makes his sister do all of the work. Anyways, Poppy looks exhausted. Bailey. Bailey. Anyways, I think that is gonna be the end of my video. It's getting really hot and I need to find some shade. It's kind of what's been going on. Everybody's just kind of chilling and meeting each other and getting to know each other, and everybody's happy despite how hot it is. And you know, it's just been that kind of week. Dave is out on a job right now and will be for a couple weeks. And I'm just trying to think of what else is new here. Oh, my Bronco, my brand new Bronco that I got in October of last year. It's excuse my French, but it's fucked. So I've got a loaner right now. Hoping that Ford Canada will buy it back, as they should, because that car cannot be trusted. One of the things it does is that it shuts down in intersections, and it won't start again, and the brake lights won't work and the four ways won't work. So we've had a couple close calls of people not realizing that my car is broken down in the middle of an intersection and almost being hit. It happens all the time. However, you know, the dealership seems to be unable to recreate the problem. I'm trying to hide my anger about it because it's just really gets me when you pay when you pay over $50,000 for a vehicle brand new, you expect that it you know, works. Anyways, that's my rant about that. I shouldn't rant too much in case, you know, Ford Canada hears about it. Anyways, thanks for watching. I wish it was more exciting, but it's really hot. And I hope you guys stay cool, and we'll see you next time. Bye!